Good morning, Idaho. It is 6 a.m. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris coming to you live this morning, as you can see, from the Ada County Courthouse, where in just an hour or so, a couple of hours, a judge is expected to lock Bryan Kohberger away for life, a plea deal allowing the murderer to avoid the death penalty. But even as the case draws to a close, there are so many questions that remain this morning. We're going to get to our full team coverage of Kohberger's case in just a moment. But first, let's get the very latest to start off your day right on our weather with Sophia Cruz. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. It's pretty cool out here this morning. Yeah, nice, cool, and beautiful. Those are the words we've been using because our afternoons have been great, especially because it hasn't been so hot. Now today it is still going to be breezy and warm, and as we head through the end of our week, we'll be looking at some monsoon moisture, which will bring on those scattered showers. But also, we'll be looking at the heat returning. So we'll be talking about what we're expecting as we head into our weekend. But for today, it's still a good day to head to the Greenbelt. If you didn't get to on Monday or Tuesday, you've got lower 80s as you head into lunchtime. By 4 o'clock today, we'll be sitting with those upper 80s, so it will get warmer, but it'll feel really good. And we do have some 90s on the board for today, so I'll be showing you where we're actually going to be stopping with our temperatures, but also we'll be taking a look at the storms that we'll see through the end of the week. Roland. All right, Sophia, thank you very much. It is a beautiful morning out here. We start our coverage, though, with a look ahead at what to expect from today's sentencing of Bryan Kohberger. Our Don Nelson interviewed Court TV's Matt Johnson to learn who's going to speak today and what is still up in the air.
I'm here with Matt Johnson from Court TV. Matt, you've been here from the very beginning. What do you expect to hear in the courtroom?
Well, we're definitely going to hear from some of the victims' families. Will we hear from all of them? That's still unclear. We know the Gonsalves family and also maybe Xana's family have been opposed to this plea deal that takes the death penalty off the table, so they might not be here out of protest. Ethan Chapin's family, we know that they may be having a memorial service at the same time. They may not be present, but you never know. Like, these prosecutors could also read statements from family, from the community. It could be a lengthy process, but it's definitely something that this confessed killer needs to hear.
Does Bryan Kohberger say anything, in your view? What's your gut telling you?
You know what? We don't know the parameters of this plea deal that takes the death penalty off the table, and that's why this community here in Boise and all over Idaho, for that matter, and the country, people are upset because they wanted the allocution and they want him to explain the motive for the murders. Why did he target them? Was Maddie the initial target? And why did these young people have to die? People want answers, and that's also what we've seen with President Trump with his statements recently about wanting the judge to compel him to speak before that sentence is handed down to save this killer's life.
He could go to prison for the rest of his life, and we'll never know where the murder weapon is. Correct?
Right, but, you know, we were hearing from the Latah County prosecutors, and we were hearing new details during the initial change of plea hearing. And we know that his Elantra and his cell phone were near several bodies of water. Maybe those areas get searched again. But at the end of the day, you have this confessed killer off the streets, and hopefully, you know, that begins to turn the page for these families.
Matt Johnson, Court TV, thanks so much.
Of course.
Now, we still know very little about who Bryan Kohberger really is and who came in contact with him before his arrest, but we do know that he actually applied for an internship within the Pullman Police Department. Our Riley Shoemaker spoke with former Police Chief Gary Jenkins to hear his recount of the job interview he conducted with Kohberger just months before the murders.
Incoming PhD students could apply to be a researcher embedded in our police department as part of their PhD program. And so in April of 2022, I interviewed 4 applicants for that position, and one of those applicants was Bryan Kohberger.
But WSU Police Chief Gary Jenkins didn't hire the man, who's now pleaded guilty to murdering 4 University of Idaho students in 2022, citing 2 main concerns.
One is someone who was interested in doing some actionable research. And then the second is someone who could establish trust and rapport with my staff. Kohberger he was not particularly personable. He didn't have a very fluid or conversational manner in talking.
Jenkins says he didn't notice any glaring red flags, but did note some social awkwardness.
He was just a little bit awkward and maybe sociably would not would be somewhat awkward in social situations.
Jenkins would go on to leave the Pullman Police and join WSU Police that August. Then came November, and the quadruple murder just a few miles away that shook the community and gripped the nation.
It was the type of crime that was completely out of character for this area. I haven't been involved or seen something like this in my 44 years of law enforcement.
He says one of his officers spotted a white Honda Elantra parked in WSU's graduate student housing, registered to Kohberger, just 16 hours after law enforcement received an alert during the search for a suspect.
So since the bolo from the Moscow Police Department was very specific, they did not submit that vehicle as a tip because it did not fit within the parameters.
On December 20th, 2022, 10 days before Brian Kohberger was taken into custody, Jenkins was called into a briefing room in Moscow. That's when he learned the name of the suspect.
They sat me down and told me that they had identified a potential suspect connected to the crime scene through DNA, and that person was Brian Kohberger.
He says he quickly remembered that awkward interview and immediately handed investigators Kohberger's resume and cover letter. After that meeting, investigators served search warrants at his WSU apartment,
Police Department, search warrant, come to the door!
student office, and family home in Pennsylvania. Jenkins says what investigators found inside Kohberger's apartment was unusual, sparking questions about whether he ever planned to return.
His apartment was somewhat sparse. Someone could conclude that potentially the person who had been living there was not intending to come back.
Now, as you might imagine, everyone, there is so much to come today, and we'll be covering it all for you. If you want to tune in for the sentencing today, we're going to be streaming it starting at 9 o'clock this morning with full team coverage from start to finish on IdahoNews6.com. And then later tonight, join our evening newscast for additional depth, context, and reaction. Plus, on Friday at 10 o'clock, an Idaho News 6 special that you want to check out from our executive reporter, Karen Lair, as she breaks down the timeline of events as well as key evidence from the case that would have been presented at trial. A heartbreaking update on the missing 19-year-old Elise Messerly. An Ada County Sheriff's deputy confirmed with Idaho News 6 that Elise was found dead last night off Highway 21 in the Sheep Creek area by Lucky Peak Reservoir. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, the Boise County Sheriff's Office said, out of respect for the family and ongoing processes, no further details will be released at this time. Still lots to get to with our coverage of Kohberger's sentencing today. More from the victims' families when we get back. Back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody, on this Wednesday morning, 10 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines today. President Trump announced a new trade deal with the Philippines following talks with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. at the White House. The U.S. will lower tariffs on Philippine goods, while American products will enter the Philippines tax-free. The agreement comes as both nations seek stronger security and economic ties in the Indo-Pacific region. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will provide an update on measles cases and outbreaks in the U.S. today. Earlier this month, the U.S. reported the highest number of confirmed cases in a year since the disease was considered eliminated 25 years ago. As of last week, there were more than 1,300 confirmed cases in 40 jurisdictions. 13% of the cases resulted in hospitalization. Data also showed that there have been 29 outbreaks this year alone. And the world this morning is remembering heavy metal legend Ozzy Osbourne, who died at the age of 76. Known for his time as the frontman of Black Sabbath and then Prince of Darkness, he passed while surrounded by family just weeks after playing his final show. The family did not share an official cause of death. Osbourne had suffered from Parkinson's disease. Turning now back to Kohberger's sentencing, ABC's Andrew Dimbert breaks down who we can expect to hear from and what's next for the Idaho murderer.
Brian Kohberger is expected to be sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences today after admitting to killing 4 University of Idaho students at this off-campus house in 2022. As he awaits his fate, new video shows his family after visiting him in jail. And overnight, a line was already forming outside the Ada County Courthouse. Kohberger, a former PhD criminology student, pleaded guilty to the murders earlier this month, taking the death penalty off the table.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes. While some families say the deal brought them closure, others opposed it, including the family of Kaylee Gonzalez, who accused prosecutors of making a deal with the devil. Kohberger's motive remains a mystery. The victims' families will get the chance to address Kohberger in court today.
We've gone all this time not knowing the details, and we really want those details.
Kohberger will get the chance to speak today, but it's not required.
The judge can compel Kohberger to admit his guilt. He also can ask him additional questions if the judge feels as though it's warranted. Now, we know that the family is looking for a lot of answers, such as motive and other things. Those are not typically things that they will find out at this type of hearing.
Once he's sentenced, he'll likely be sent to this Idaho prison, which can hold 535 of the most dangerous and volatile inmates. Some spend 23 hours per day in a cell. Prison officials say inmates serving life sentences are often the easiest to manage because they know the prison is and always will be their home.
The victim's 2 roommates who survived may also speak at today's sentencing. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Good Wednesday morning. We are making our way through the hump of the week together, and it's nice to see your face on this Wednesday. Let's take a look outside right now. We've got downtown where you're looking at a few clouds increasing, but the sun is shining, and as it starts to really rise, I hope you're getting a good start to your morning. You've got a nice cool start to the day, 60s if you're making your way into downtown, but it looks cool for all of us right now, whether you're heading up from Baker City down to Mountain Home. You've got those stretches of upper 50s, lower 60s. You'll notice that our mountains look even pretty nice too this morning. You've got mid 50s heading out there. By this afternoon, you are going to notice temperatures are going to increase, but it's not going to be more so heat all in your face this afternoon. We are still looking at some gusty winds, which will help keep us cool, but we are looking at 93 in Glenns Ferry, upwards towards 92 in Ontario. So our valley floor is hovering with those lower 90s today. If you're in our mountains, you're not going to notice too much change just yet. You've got upper 70s to lower 80s. So we continue through the next couple of hours. Winds will increase, so as you head through your morning, it starts off pretty light and calm, but by the later evening, we will be looking at a few gusty spots. By tomorrow afternoon, the same story goes. It could even be a little bit gustier off into the Magic Valley, where we could see gusts upwards towards 25 miles. Now through Friday morning, things also look pretty calm, so I'm not expecting too much change but as far as our winds go into Friday. But what we are going to start to see pick up is the heat. So this goes into tomorrow. So your Thursday afternoon, you've got mid 30s along your valley floors, 97 into Ontario, mid 80s if you're heading out in those mountains. So it is getting hotter outside, but you'll notice that we still see some pretty nice and clear skies. However, with the southerly flow that we'll be looking at come through, and really that's what's heating us up, we will get some isolated storm chances. So this is going to be again for those bordering areas, so where you border Nevada and Utah. This goes into this evening. Not very widespread impacts. By tomorrow, we look at the same story with a nice quiet start to the day, and then by 6 o'clock, same areas again, Rome, our Owyhee Mountains, and then just south of the Magic Valley area is where we look at those showers. But just to show you overall the larger picture of what's happening, we've had this trough bringing in this nice northwesterly flow, has brought in a few isolated showers and will continue to do so this afternoon. But what happens is this ridge slowly builds over us. As it does, this increases our southerly flow, that and then another low making its way into California. So it's also going to bring up that moisture from the Pacific. As it does, this overstimulates, I think, and really overestimates our rain chances, but it will bring on some of those scattered showers into our mountains over the weekend. But it doesn't look to be a really widespread washout, so I have more details for you throughout our morning. But either way, the heat is going to return. You've got mid 90s through Friday, lower 90s into Saturday and Sunday. Then by Monday and Tuesday of next week, we have a possibility of reaching triple digits, so prepare for some heat.
In Central Oregon, crews are getting a handle on the country's largest wildfire, the Cram Fire. Favorable weather conditions and hard work from crews have kept fire growth to a minimum over the past few days. The fire is now about 73% contained. It's burned more than 95,000 acres, and the cause of the fire is under investigation.
Here in the South Hills, you can still see the scars of the Badger Fire that burned more than 90,000 acres back in 2020. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Lori Nettleton, checking in with the Rock Creek Rural Fire Protection District about what they do to prepare for these hot, dry, breezy summer days.
Almost 80% of all fires, wildland fires, are human caused, whether intentional or not.
You may have heard it before. Being cautious while recreating in Idaho is paramount when it's dry, hot, and windy. Make sure your campfires are completely out. Skip the fireworks. Make sure you have spark arresters on the mufflers of your side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes, and don't drag your trailer chains. Though not under a red flag warning at the moment, I wanted to know if Chief Aaron Zent of Rock Creek Rural Fire had any habits or superstitions about fire warnings. What happens when they issue a red flag warning? Does your blood pressure go up?
Not necessarily a response, but I think we're definitely a little more prepared for the day. Just making sure that trucks are all ready to go. The coolers are well stocked, I suppose.
Zent remembers the Badger Fire. His crews assisted in that September blaze that grew to more than 90,000 acres. He told me the South Hills have an unusual weather pattern of their own.
This is a really weird mountain range as far as the weather patterns go. And it's kind of an interesting thing, and that's when these thunderstorms and the mountains kind of can provide to be a pretty exciting time.
As July enters its third week, the very hot and very dry weather may still be on its way. But Zent told me these cooler, more humid days seem like they have an increased chance of lightning strikes.
I noticed today we're building clouds really well, and that's when we're going to get thunderstorms, which accompanied by wind and lightning is the recipe for pretty good fire growth.
In Kimberly, I'm your neighborhood reporter Lorian Nettleton for Idaho News 6.
When we get back, it's Wellness Wednesday. We're looking at the ways you can ease the aging process and prevent chronic disease. 23 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho on this Wednesday. A little health news now, and chronic diseases are a big health concern in large part because people often don't know that they have them. It's Wellness Wednesday, where we're healthier together, and today we look at why the worst thing you could probably do about chronic diseases is to skip regular doctor's visits. The older we get, the harder it is to maintain good health.
Bad things happen as we get older. Our bodies break down, right?
Anyone over 40 can probably relate. Dr. Daniel Meltzer says 60% of Americans have a chronic disease and 40% have more than one. Bottom line, even slightly bad habits can build up.
Poor diet over time, poor exercise over time, poor sleep over time, too much drinking over time.
The result can be things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, asthma, heart disease, and COPD, things that can sneak up on you.
Many of these are what we call silent. People may not know that they have high cholesterol. They may not know that they have high blood pressure. They may not even know that they have diabetes.
That's why Dr. Meltzer says it's so important to have regular doctor visits and blood tests every year. Medication can help immediately, and Dr. Meltzer says the good news is changing habits like getting more exercise and improving diet can oftentimes reverse a chronic disease, which is why there's no time like the present to get checked out. For Wellness Wednesday, where we're healthier together, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6. All right, everybody, it's 25 minutes past the hour on this Wednesday morning on Good Morning Idaho, and we've got a lot more to come in our last half hour. Of course, we're out here live at the Ada County Courthouse, where you can see, as we pan off to my right here, just a huge contingent of media here, folks lining up to try and get into court this morning for the Brian Kohberger sentencing. That's expected to take place starting at about 9 o'clock this morning. We'll have continued team coverage coming out throughout the morning here, and we'll be back after a short break.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
And welcome back to Good Morning Idaho on this Wednesday, everyone. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. It is 6:30. We are live this morning outside the Ada County Courthouse, where a judge is expected to lock Brian Kohberger away for life. And we have continuing team coverage all morning long. Of course, that plea deal allowing the murderer to avoid the death penalty. You can see outside the courthouse here that there's a lot of media here. There are a lot of people who are lined up to try and get into the courtroom this morning. We estimate somewhere around 70 or 80 people at least are in line. It wraps around part of the building here, and some of those folks actually got in line early yesterday, even though they were moved out for a short period of time. I talked to two ladies who are at the front of the line about what they expect today.
I just want to see
It's kind of how we are.
whatever justice. I mean, we should have had a trial, but I just want to see some sort of closure for the families.
I'm expecting a lot of sadness. Why the families, it's going to break my heart. It already breaks my heart, but it's just going to be sad.
Yeah, it is such a difficult day for so many people. Even as the case draws to a close, many questions remain. We will be getting to a lot of that in our full team coverage of Kohberger's case in just a moment. But first, let's get the very latest on our weather as well as you get ready to head out the door. Sophia Cruz, as what you can expect, it looks like a beautiful day today.
Yeah, we've got another nice, cool afternoon in store for us, and it's not going to be as hot as what we've seen in the past. So enjoy this comfortable weather while we have it. You've got 60s as you make your way out for work, and if you're in that early, it'll feel really good. By lunchtime, we'll be touching towards those 80s, so into 1 o'clock, and then by 4 p.m. today, I think we'll touch into the low 90s. So it is getting progressively hotter, and we are going to see overall just a breezy and warm Wednesday. By the end of the week, we'll be looking at some monsoonal moisture making its way up from the Pacific. That's going to bring on some scattered showers for us as we head into the weekend, and then also the hot weather is returning. Roland.
All right, thanks, Sophia. Turning back now to Kohberger. Before today's sentencing, I talked to legal expert David Leroy about what he expects in the courtroom, and I wanted to get his perspective on the controversial plea deal, among other things. Here's what he had to say. A murder sentencing is a chance for the victims' families to address the guilty party face to face.
Nobody wins in a murder case. We can't bring these young people back. But there are some cathartic opportunities for feeling better or getting something off your chest or expressing for the first time in public the anger and angst that one feels as a parent.
The plea deal Kohberger made to get off death row is a source of controversy in this case. The Gonsalves family in particular was highly opposed.
Death penalty is the ultimate in providing justice for my daughter, and I don't know what kind of father wouldn't want the most for their child.
Leroy says he understands that anger, and he says the deal could have had more strings attached.
There was a singular moment in this case when Mr. Kohberger could have been forced to stand before the public, to stand before the judge, to stand before the victim families, and explain in some way, in his own words, in writing or orally, why and how this happened. He had that opportunity best at the guilty plea hearing, which is behind us.
Kohberger does have a chance to speak at his own sentencing, but Leroy says it's unlikely.
My expectation is that the defense probably will not encourage him to make a statement, and that he is, if sufficiently maladjusted socially, not particularly inclined to do so.
As for where we go from here, the next question is where Kohberger will spend his remaining years. Leroy weighs in.
I expect him to be in solitary confinement for several reasons. Number one, the nature of this crime and how heinous it was and how high profile it was. Secondly, he seems to be socially aberrant and not fitting well with society, and I would not expect him to fit well in that society. And finally, I believe that he might be a potential target for inmate injury if he were in the general population.
IDOC tells us Kohberger will go through a reception and diagnostic unit, after which IDOC will determine in the next week or two his appropriate housing, placement, and privileges. And with a case as high profile as this, Leroy says security will certainly be high. Now, as we mentioned in that package, the plea deal has been a point of contention for several family members of the victims, including the Gonsalves family. And our Don Nelson spoke with Kaylee's father, Steve, who's been vocal about his desire for answers and his frustration with the plea deal that he says falls short of justice.
I asked Gonsalves how his family was holding up.
We're all disappointed. We're very disappointed. We worked too long, too hard for half-ass efforts.
Is that directed towards Judge Hippler?
Hippler hasn't done anything. He inherited this. Hopefully he can fix it. I'm not blaming nothing on Hippler. I'm putting this all on Thompson and Latal County. You know, they've tore that house down. They've done everything to hide this. Why did this get done over the weekends? As soon as the investigation starts, they're cowards. They're running from it.
Then last week, He and his wife, with their attorney, sat down with ABC News. Whit Johnson asked Gonzalez, had Kohberger revealed his motive on why he committed these horrific crimes, would he feel different about the plea deal?
If that information were revealed as part of this plea deal, would you have felt differently?
100%. I mean, we spent 3 years. There's a right way to end this. There's a right way to do this, and not a shortcut. And for me to pretend like there was shortcuts weren't taken, it's not part of me.
President Trump even chiming in on the case, saying Judge Hippler should make Kohberger explain why he committed the murders of 4 University of Idaho college students. Gonzalez told me he was planning on coming to Boise for tomorrow's hearing, but did not say whether he would speak directly to Kohberger in the courtroom.
You know, there is so much to keep track of in this case, very complicated, and as we're just hours away from his sentencing, our Karen Lair breaks down the timeline of events as well as key evidence that would have been presented had Kohberger's case gone to trial.
Still no details on a motive or where that murder weapon ended up, but the man who admitted to killing 4 students near the University of Idaho in 2022 is getting ready to spend the rest of his life in Idaho State Prison. I'm executive reporter Karen Lair, and as we await his final sentencing hearing, we're outlining the key evidence in the prosecutor's case against Brian Kohberger.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
The 4 were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time.
It took me a second. I really had to think about what I had just heard. 4 murders in Moscow, Idaho is so out of character.
It was a case that captivated the country. 4 students killed at 4 in the morning and several weeks without a suspect. The killer still unidentified and on the loose, as police say they still don't have a weapon or even a suspect.
There is a threat out there still, possibly. We don't know.
I think the confusion, at least for me, and I think all of us, has only heightened in the last couple days.
By early December, police started circulating surveillance footage focusing on this car caught on camera around the time of the murders. While still asking for the public's help, behind closed doors, prosecutors were piecing together critical evidence in the case that eventually led them to their suspect and a name we heard for the first time on December 30th, 2022.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania.
Now, this is the first major update in the case since the students were murdered in mid-November. Police in Moscow holding a press conference this afternoon. When the probable cause affidavit was unsealed days later, we learned police used cell phone data and genetic genealogical DNA to narrow in on Brian Kohberger in the middle of the night at his parents' house in the Poconos. We now know the final piece of evidence that secured those search warrants came from the family's trash can left out on the curb with a direct link to the crime scene. Prosecutors say DNA from a Q-tip came from the father of whoever's DNA was found on the button snap of a K-bar knife sheath found at the crime scene underneath Madison Mogen's body. After his arrest, Brian Kohberger's DNA was deemed a perfect match to the only male DNA found on that sheath, something his lawyers would spend years working to keep out of evidence presented at trial.
This identification was done in complete secret behind closed doors, and it's been continued to be a secret. And that should raise red flags for Your Honor about privacy interests that are at stake.
Although police have never found the murder weapon, investigators say they have proof Brian Kohberger ordered the knife and sheath on Amazon in March 2022 and even browsed online for a replacement sheath after it was left behind at the crime scene. Browsing history, they say he took efforts to delete. And when it comes to Kohberger's connection to the King Road house, prosecutors point to cell phone data. They say their suspect's cell phone pinged a cell tower near the crime scene 23 times in the 4 months leading up to that deadly night in November. Every encounter in the middle of the night between 10 p.m. and 4 in the morning.
I think that's what the affidavit shows, is somebody who was stalking a house.
Meanwhile, the criminal case moved forward. Prosecutors went for the death penalty, and concerns over an unbiased jury moved the trial to Ada County. Bryan Kohberger was transferred to Boise in September, and we've learned a lot more about his interest in crime. Not only was he actively pursuing a PhD in criminology at Washington State, but prior assignments published in public court documents outline his research in collecting evidence from crime scenes and how to prevent contamination. Prosecutors say Kohberger used this knowledge to plan the perfect crime, wearing gloves and that mask seen by a surviving roommate, and why by the time they got to his car in Pennsylvania 7 weeks later, it was aggressively cleaned to remove any evidence tracked inside.
In Pennsylvania, the defendant's car was seized, and it was actually pretty much disassembled internally. The defendant's car had been meticulously cleaned inside. And the state would present to the jury that was part of the defendant's plan in covering up this.
At a change of plea hearing earlier this month, Latah County prosecutor Bill Thompson laid out their case. He said evidence shows Kohberger entered the house from an unlocked back door, went straight upstairs where he killed Maddie Mogan and Kaylee Gonsalves, asleep at the time in Maddie's room, somehow leaving the knife sheath behind.
The state's evidence would show that Xana Knodel was still awake at this time. In fact, had taken a DoorDash order.
Evidence shows Xana, who was still scrolling TikTok on her phone, then crossed paths with the masked intruder, becoming Bryan Kohberger's next victim. He then killed her boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, asleep in her bed. After multiple motions to get the death penalty taken off the table, a last-ditch effort to avoid execution. Just 6 weeks before the start of trial, Bryan Kohberger changed his plea.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Yes.
Be sure to join us on Friday night right here at 10 o'clock for a deep dive into this case that spanned more than 2.5 years.
And tune in for the sentencing this morning. We'll be streaming it from start to finish on IdahoNews6.com starting at 9 a.m. with full team coverage. And then later tonight, join our evening newscast for additional depth, context, and reaction.
Here at Boise State, I have an update on the North End Zone project and a first look at all of the construction. I'm Boise State neighborhood reporter Ali Tripke here at Albertson Stadium, getting a unique first look into all the construction of the North End Zone project. Check it out.
This ends up becoming a really, really nice place to watch a football game.
This view north of the blue is nearly a reality for Bronco Nation.
We want them to feel like they're entering a premium club.
It's been 6 months since the North End Zone project at Albertson Stadium broke ground.
Watch your step here with the rebar.
The project will bring around 1,600 premium seating options, including suites and loge boxes. Fans can enjoy more food, beverage, and amenity options too.
This will be their entrance into the North End Zone. Ticketing will happen here, and then they'll cross over to the main club. Monday through Friday, though, this is our nutrition zone. This is our fueling station for all athletes at Boise State.
Creating multi-purpose spaces will allow premium experiences for student athletes during the school year and fans on game day. And for events in between, Boise State hopes this project continues to attract big-name performers.
With stadium events becoming more of a priority, one of the things we're trying to do is to ensure that it's as easy as possible for shows like Post Malone to come into here, to put on a show, and to get out of Albertson Stadium.
Boise State says they're on budget and on schedule to finish the North End Zone project by the 2026 football season. Here at Albertson Stadium, I'm neighborhood reporter Ali Tripke for Idaho News 6.
Meant to leave a lasting impression. I'm your neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez at the Idaho State Veterans Home, where a Canyon County group is honoring Korean War veterans with handmade quilts. The Canyon County Quilts of Valor came together to recognize 8 Korean War veterans, wrapping each one in a symbol of honor, healing, and gratitude.
Our theme is to never leave a veteran behind, and we always want to honor our veterans. I'm a veteran. I've been honored before.
Retired Army Chaplain Norman Geyer says recognition like this makes a difference, not just for the veterans, but for their families too.
I love the fact that they're being recognized for their service, and some of them feel like they weren't and haven't been, but now they are, and they love it. Their families love it.
For Charlie Bratton, a Marine Corps veteran and retired Caldwell teacher, the ceremony brings back up powerful memories.
I was fighting over there. and we really didn't know if we were going to come back or not.
After serving as a control tower operator during the Korean War, Bratton came home to teach 9th grade in Caldwell for more than 3 decades.
It's a pleasure to serve this country.
For some veterans I chatted with on Tuesday, the moments they remember most come with a bit of humor.
Getting lost.
Proud. With those of Quilts of Valor, the mission goes beyond each thread and piece of fabric.
Most of us that are affiliated with this have members that were in the service. This is supposed to be a healing process. Once they're wrapped in this quilt, hopefully it gives them a little bit of warmth.
With more than 250,000 quilts awarded nationwide and abroad, the Quilts of Valor Foundation continues to wrap our heroes in recognition. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez in Boise, Idaho, News 6.
We are climbing to the 90s this afternoon in Twin Falls. I'll be showing you the storms we'll be tracking through the end of the week coming up.
Your pet's outdoor playtime could be putting them at risk of disease. I'm your Eagle neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, and I spoke with locals and a veterinarian about the increase of ticks.
Like our clinic has seen more ticks this year than in the past years.
This summer in the Treasure Valley, ticks are making themselves known earlier and in greater numbers. Dr. Zach Raptosh recently pulled more than 80 ticks off one animal. Eagle pet owners like Renee Robinette are taking preventative measures.
We spray our yard now, and I use a tick preventative on our dogs.
Other lucky pet owners like Owen Moorhead haven't seen any issues despite regular river walks with his dog, Butters.
Not at all. And we walk around the Boise River probably minimum of 2 times a week, sometimes more.
Local veterinarians like Dr. Raptosh still urge caution and use of preventative treatments to lower the risk of ticks latching onto your pet.
The biggest thing is it's pretty inexpensive and it's pretty easy insurance to have the animals on a flea and tick preventative.
By taking some of these simple precautions, you can reduce risks and keep your pets happy and healthy. I'm your Eagle neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark for Idaho News 6.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Happy hump day, everyone. It is 6:49, and as you get ready for your morning, it feels really nice outside. So whether you're heading out for that early walk, jog, or you're taking your dog out for a walk, you've got lower 60s to upper 50s as you head along your valley floors. The coolest spot on the map, 34 in Stanley. So quite chilly there, actually. By the afternoon ahead, we are all going to warm up. So start to expect temperatures to slowly climb as we head into our weekend. You've got lower 90s along your valley floors, 85 up in Baker City, mid 80s starting to make their way into the forecast on the mountains. But for this afternoon, while it is getting pretty hot, we are going to see those breezy winds again, and that'll really help keep us cool. So it'll make it more so feel like even the mid 80s. We start off pretty calm through the day. By the afternoon and evening ahead, we keep up with the light breeze. Tomorrow, it will be a little bit gustier for making your way into Mountain Home or the Magic Valley, where gusts get upwards towards 20 miles per hour. And by Friday morning, it all looks pretty nice and quiet out there. Now, we remain pretty nice and quiet through the majority of our days, but we look at scattered showers and chances of storms throughout the late afternoon. Now, it's not widespread impacts, so you'll notice it's pretty quiet throughout the day. Then by the evening, we see a few isolated showers towards our bordering states. By tomorrow morning, that all clears out. We wake up to a nice clear start to the day with a few clouds lingering over our Magic Valley. Then again by the evening, that same storm chance from Twin Falls all the way over to Rome and Oregon. So heads up on that end. Not widespread, but it could bring on the rumble or two. By Friday, the same story goes, except we see a little bit of heavier rain make its way into eastern Oregon as well as upwards towards our east central mountains. So that could bring us on a few isolated showers through those areas. But for the rest of us, it's more so just going to be a dry and hot weekend. Taking a look at the bigger picture, we've had this trough moving through, which has been bringing us that nice cooler weather and that nice northwesterly flow, which brings in all that nice cool weather from Canada. From behind that, and as it starts to shift east, that's going to give way for this ridge to slow pull in. As it does, that's going to increase our temperatures. Now, right off to the south of us and over California, they have a low moving in, and just with the southerly flow that we're going to eventually start to get, that is going to bring on some storm chances for us as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's getting all this moisture in from the Pacific, but it's not going to be very widespread. And I know this looks heavier, but this map tends to overestimate on our rainfall totals. So it is going to bring on some isolated showers. So heads up if you are in our east central mountains this weekend. But otherwise, the one thing we can count on is the heat. You've got mid-90s through Friday, lower 90s Saturday and Sunday. But next week, we could possibly see triple digits return. We're going to go ahead now and take a look at your morning commute.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, your time right now is 6:52, and we're giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is shining and the commuters are starting to head out. Now, it is pretty quiet on the road, so if you are heading on the I-84 eastbound, heads up, it is already starting to downtown. Here's a look from Cuno Meridian. Again, that eastbound lane looks to be pretty packed already this morning, so heads up if you are traveling in that direction. I don't think our drive times are too bad, but you've still got just about 32 minutes from Caldwell into downtown.
This morning's GMA First Look, could focusing too much on sleep trackers actually be keeping you up at night?
I was kind of like stressed about it. It's just like I felt like it was like too much data.
For 29-year-old Nancy Chen, a marketing manager who moonlights as a boxing instructor, the device became a problem of its own.
I think it was this cycle of I knew that my sleep score was going to be bad.
For people like Nancy, the constant monitoring led to a condition known as orthosomnia.
Orthosomnia refers to individuals for whom tracking may have become or is potentially stressful, and then it causes them to struggle the next night.
And the harder they try to control their sleep, the worse it gets. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on orthosomnia and the expert tips you need to get a good night's sleep. With your GMA First Look, I'm Dr. Tara Narula, ABC News, New York.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
6:56 is your time, and as you head out to start your day, upper 60s into 9 a.m. We'll stick with the upper 80s, lower 90s as we head into the afternoon, and it is going to be quite breezy. As we even take a look at next week, it is going to get hotter on the forecast. So again, expect the hot weather to return, mid-90s as we stretch into the weekend, upper 90s next Monday and Tuesday. So prepare for some heat. Otherwise, what we need to get you prepared for is your morning commute. Let's go take a look at your roads.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
6:56 is your time, and we're giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is shining and commuters are about to make their way there probably. But either way, right now you've got I-84 eastbound. No surprise here. We are already looking at some congestion as you head out there this morning. Drive time still at about 30 minutes, so not too bad. I-84 from Y, you can tell that it looks pretty quiet out there, so if you're going from that direction, looks good. Airport times looks good if you're heading to downtown. Downtown Meridian to the airport, though, however, is sitting at just under 16 minutes. So head into our Wednesday morning, but overall, the roads look pretty quiet. Roland.
Sounds good, Sophia. Appreciate it. We want to set the scene for you as we are down here live at the Ada County Courthouse ahead of the sentencing of Brian Koberger, and we just want to show you around. This is, of course, a case that has garnered national attention for years for so many reasons. You can see the media off here. We've got networks from all over. We've got regional television. We've got local television, of course. And then off on the side there, that is where they actually set up an area for people to try and get into the courtroom. And we counted at least 70 or 80 people that are lined up, some of them from yesterday, waiting to see if they could get into the actual courtroom to hear the sentencing, to hear potentially families of the victims speaking, which is expected today, of course, court members, and then, of course, there's the possibility of an allocution from Brian Koberger. We are told that that's probably not likely, but you never know in these types of cases. So we will have continuing coverage at 11 o'clock with updates throughout the morning as well, and then tune in for the very latest at 5 and 6, and you'll see streaming at 9 o'clock on IdahoNews6.com. We'll see you.